06 of 414, Hab Zone 5, status?
Patrol Gamma 3-3, on site.
Copy Gamma 3-3, you are cleared for breach.
Copy, Control. Gamma 3-3, take position at set breach charges. Setting melter charge. All elements in position. Melter charges in place. Control, this is Gamma 3-3. We are at precipice.
Copy 3-3, grant them Helmore's justice.
On me, Gamma. For Lord Helmore and Hive Primus. Blow that door!
Drop your weapons! Drop your weapons! Contact front! Open fire!
Hello brothers and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about Necromunda. I actually don't talk about Necromunda that much on the channel. I think I'm in the same boat with Necromunda as I am with AOS. I think the models are fantastic, but I haven't grown attached to the game because there hasn't been anything that I personally felt was for me. So for example, AOS, if they do Bretonnians, if they bring Bretonnians back in any type of way, possibly like new models and stuff like that, medieval knights, then I will be riding that horse all the way into that game. And it's the same with Necromunda. Necromunda really hasn't given me a gang to really get motivated about the game. I think it looks like a great skirmish game, but there's nothing that I can attach myself to. But that may change very, very soon, because as you've just saw with that opening trailer, it does seem that the Adeptus Arbites, how do we pronounce this? I know a lot of people always rage when I pronounce. I like to call them Adeptus Arbites. I'm just going to call them Arbites this video. If I pronounce it wrong, you'll just have to live with it. So the Adeptus Arbites seem to be coming in Necromunda. Now, I didn't take this trailer for anything at all. There was actually a lot of you chaps who were messaging me on my Discord, on my Facebook, sending me DMs on Twitter, just messaging me on Twitter and stuff like that, saying, "Hey Varrock, if you're not covering the potential RBT stuff that's about to come out for Necromunda," and I was like, "What? Where?" And then when I went back and listened to the trailer, and people pointed out, like, in the trailer it mentions enforcers, get down, and with enforcers get down and stuff like that. That is a rank in the RBTs and all that kind of stuff, which I didn't really know because I'm not really up to date with my RBTs lore. I know who they are. They're basically the 40k policemen. They're amazing. They're like kind of like Judge Dredd kind of people, and they look so awesome. They go around with us punching people like "sit down, citizen" and stuff like that. They have a fantastic design about them. I wouldn't go as far as like they're Imperial Guard, but they do have an arsenal of weapons where, at the end of the day, you don't want to mess with these guys because they can bring the pain. The one thing that I'm a bit wary of, and I think maybe which could work against it, apparently in the old Necromunda game and stuff like that, is that the RBTs weren't involved. That's what someone told me, because I mentioned this way back. I said, I wonder if the Adeptus Arbites will be involved in this, and someone said, no, I don't think that is going to be a possibility, because Necromunda has always been about gang on gang, rather than, the police, the 40k policemen getting involved, and, intervening and stuff like that. So they'll probably just keep it, as the same old stuff, whereas gang versus gang. So I was like, okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. If anything, I would love to have the Adeptus Arbites to be like a tabletop faction, or like an expansion of the Imperial Guard or something like that. Because like I said just a second ago, the look of them, like with the body armor, the helmets, the weapons they carry, it's amazing. I love that. I just love how they look on the battlefield and stuff like that. But the way it is now, if it does happen with Necromunda, then I'm probably going to say there's never ever going to be a Adeptus Arbites force coming. Well, I'd say you should never ever say never ever. I don't contradict myself. You should never say never never. But in the far future, I can't really see the Adeptus Arbites getting to be put out on the tabletop for like 8th edition or 9th edition, if that ever bloody comes around the corner. For the simple fact that if they do quit Necromunda, I think that's where they'll keep him. And with the scale of the Necromunda models, at the moment, we do know that Necromunda are slightly bigger than the 40k stuff. So if you're thinking of doing kit bashing, maybe you'll have a hard time. You can make it work if you cut certain things off here and there and stuff like that. But the scale of that game is bigger than the scale of the tabletop game, which for me, I can understand it in a way why they do that, because they want to make it special. But then again, you lose so much stuff if you just want to kit bash. Like, for example, if I did want to make an Adeptus Arbites themed force for the Imperial Guard, I could buy a ton of Necromunda models if they do come, and then just add them all to my Imperial Guard force. I think that would be absolutely kick-ass, but the GW have chosen not to go that way, which is a shame at the end of the day. So for me, with like that trailer and stuff, like the precise militaristic radio chatter as we heard, the mentioned of the you know, the certain ranks and stuff, I'm just gonna say yeah. Personally, for me, I'm going to say yeah, they are coming for Necromunda, which is great, because this again, I'll say it again, this is probably going to be my first dive into Necromunda now, because it's a faction that I can see myself playing. It's a faction that I like in the lore. It's a faction that I would enjoy playing, even if they're god-awful rules. For me, it's all about the rule of cool. It's about playing something that I'm attached to narratively in the storyline. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and if it does happen, then I think it's for great stuff. Is it a shame that it probably won't ever come to tabletop now, that it's probably coming for Necromunda? Yeah, it is, but at least we get them in some kind of format, because I know there's a lot of people that actually just want them on the tabletop. So we shall see very, very soon, brothers. What do you think? Do you think these guys are coming? Do you think it's someone else? If you have more knowledge about Necromunda, how could they possibly work them in? What kind of characters would you find? Are they all going to have shields? Are they all going to have those like electric batons? Are they going to have like the shotguns, the guns? Are we even going to see like one of those? I think they have like cyber dogs, if I'm not mistaken, in Necromunda. So yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Indeed, my Necromunda knowledge is not that knowledgeable, so if you guys can help me out, give me some feedback on it and stuff like that, then I would greatly appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching the video. Tell me what you think about the trailer and stuff like that, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. See you now, and bye-bye.